Yeah, dear students, welcome to the discussion about close packing in crystals. Close packing in crystals. In this session, we are going to observe what kind of things need to be understand when we are seeing the crystal is having high density and it has got higher physical properties. Okay. So first of all, we'll see what is the exact notes for this one also, and to understand this topic with notes. Okay, I'll give you that notes also in order to. First of all, we have to observe one thing that in order to understand, note down, you can see, you can write down. In order to understand the packing of constant particles in crystals, the packing of constituent particles in crystal, it is assumed that these particles are hard spheres. These particles are hard spheres. Okay. Of identical size. Of identical size. Example, those of metal. You can understand that one. Actually, this packing of these spheres, the packing of these spheres takes place in such a way that okay, they occupy maximum available space. They occupy maximum available space. Maximum available space. And hence, the crystal has maximum density. Maximum density. So in this paragraph, once you observe this paragraph, in order to understand the packing of constant particles, in in crystal, it is assumed that these particles are hard spheres of identical size. So we have to assume every particle in crystal is a hard sphere, like in a metal atom. Then that packing of these spheres takes place in such a way that how the packing will be takes place is that they occupy maximum available space and hence the crystal has maximum density. So this is the initial understanding is required of that. This type of packing is called close packing. Now, what is close packing? What is close packing? This is close packing one. This type of packing is called close packing. Okay, what is close packing? Asked, then straight away you give this answer. Coming to the point, first we learn about two-dimensional close packing. We learn about two-dimensional close packing. Two-dimensional close packing. So we will see how this two-dimensional close packing can be understood. When the rows are combined, touching each other, when the rows are combined, particles touching each other, touching each other, then the crystal plane is obtained. Crystal plane is obtained. The rows can be combined in two different ways. That time, the rows can be combined in two different ways. Okay, we will see what are those different ways. The first one is the particles when packed in the adjacent rows. The particles when packed in the adjacent rows show a horizontal as well as vertical alignment. They show a horizontal as well as vertical alignment. Vertical alignment. Vertical alignment and forms squares. They forms squares. This type of packing is called square close packing. This type of packing is called square close packing. Square close packing. We will see what is that type of square close packing. Here one. One more if I write like this here. One more if I write like this, it is present here. One more here, one more here. Here I will do one more here. Suppose like this it is there. In the another layer, if you do the same thing, this is touching. Next one, this is also touching. Here one will do. Here also will write one more. Here I'll write one more. Okay. This is another one. One more I will write and I will explain you. One more here I will write. Okay. Suppose three are there. If you want one more, you can write it. Like this. It's okay. Now we will check it off. Now you are going to observe one kind of a square. Lines I will write. Why it is called as square close packing is particles when packed in this kind of adjacent rows, horizontal also a vertical alignment, adjacent if you combine. So we will see if this is the thing. If you take two, at least if you take two, take three like this. And you have to come down 3 also. After this, you have to come down 3. Like this. Like this. Like this. Or if it is difficult, then do one thing. Take a square exactly where it is coming. From here you can start. Here also you can take. And you can join like this. Square close back. This is. Here also you will do it like this. This is square close back. Understand? That means in this diagram we are observing that this is row and this is vertical arrangement. Whatever we are saying here row, that's nothing but this arrangement is horizontal. If you are observing like this, if you are observing like this is called as vertical alignment of particles. So in this kind of arrangement, we will call it is square close packing. Another way, even you can also observe. This is the thing. Square, how square will come, I will show. Is here like this. Here one. Here one. Here one. So here particles are touching each other. This is a close packed arrangement. Okay. Let us talk about another one. But the other one is nothing but when we have a different kinds of thoughts coming, then the particles in every next 2 rows are placed. The particles of in every next row are placed in the depressions between the particles. Depressions between the particles of the first row. The first row. Then what will happens? This type of packing gives a hexagonal pattern. Hexagonal pattern and which is called Hexagonal close packing. Hexagonal close packing. Okay, this is called hexagonal close packing. How that picture will be there? Let us observe. I will write with another color. Write with yellow color. Let us see how the spheres, hard spheres we are writing. This is one horizontal row arrangement we observed. Another one. We'll write in the depressions. The depressions means how that is observed with another color. The different color can observe. Next, see this one. See this one. Every time we are placing these particles between the depressions. So the depression you are observing, and again next we will continue with the first row only. Like this. Okay, this is the another one. Now in this case, you are going to observe one kind of hexagon. Suppose you take this here one line I am writing. It is connect with the things here present. The other one here, and here, here, writing like this. Observe what I am writing here, where I am writing, how I am showing the figure. You can also observe the picture. So that is nothing but hexagonal close packing. Nothing but hexagonal close packing. This is called as hexagonal close packing. Here, around this, whatever this one is there, we have 6 are there. So touching, nearest touching spheres. That's why here coordination number is taken as 6. But here for this one, the coordination number is 4. So now we observed what is a sphere close packing and what is the hexagonal close packing. So earlier what we told is in 2-dimensional close packing, we have different ways are there in the combining of these rows and horizontal rows and vertical columns. So that is noticed like this. So this is about two-dimensional packing. Okay, now we'll see the next one. That is three-dimensional packing. Three-dimensional packing. Three-dimensional packing. Observed what is the difference between two-dimensional and three-dimensional is nothing but earlier we observed two-dimensional packing. A more different packing is given by hexagonal closed packing in that one. Now, in order to develop three-dimensional closed packing, we have to retain the hexagonal closed packing in the first layer, and the spheres in the second layer are just placed over the spheres on the first layer, so that the spheres in two layers are vertically aligned. So voids will come above voids in the first layer. So what is the two-layer concept is there, that we will see as three-dimensional. So this is an inefficient way of filling the spheres, that also we will see. In two-dimensional concept, how it will be noticed. I will give the picture also, okay, for understanding this one. Atoms or ions and the space filling entities or structures can be described resulting from the packing of spheres is the point noticed in this packing. Efficient arrangements of spheres is called as closed packing. So let us see what is the information in this one. After that, we will have a look on this. When second layer is placed in such a way that, note down, when second layer is placed in such a way that okay, its spheres place in the voids. Assume B is the symbol for it, of the first layer of the first layer, and the voids will be left unoccupied. Another kind of voids that we'll call C voids. The voids will be left unoccupied. Okay, we will talk about these spheres now, how the voids are unoccupied with a sphere-like structure. Here I will write the spheres. This I am assuming as A is the symbol for it. Okay, like this arranged. Next, one more layer I am writing. The same type of things only will be continued in the depressions. We'll continue with the hexagonal type of arrangement in 2 dimension, how we have managed like this only. This is another one. Here. Here. This one more I'll write here. For our convenience. Okay, like this one I will write. We will see. Okay. Here I am saying these are all A names of these spheres. A. Here also A. Okay. And you can see I told about these points in the above writing, that is spheres in place in the voids B of the first layer. So where I am checking with the B is, this is B, this is C. Okay, these are C. This is C. This is C. This is C. Those are coming depressions downwards, they are B. Vertices downwards, they are B. So in the above picture, you are very clear that whatever the voids are there, triangular voids, vertices upwards is C, downwards is B. So for your understanding, anything is there like this, the void, that is C. Anything is there, that void, that is B we have taken. Got it? So this is the thing. Now, only half of the triangular voids of the first layer are occupied by spheres in the second layer, either B or C, is very clear from the picture. That means these are two alternative ways we have that we will observe in the picture very clearly. If you see the spherical pictures over this, that means when you are going to fill the tetrahedral, fill the voids with another sphere above it. How the picture looks like, I will show you. Want to target to cover B, want to cover B, you can start writing like this. Okay, B you want to cover. Another color I will select it for your understanding. Green I will select it. Okay. If you want to target B, then it looks like this. One more I will show you. Another kind of thing. That means B is covered as a central point and C is surrounding by more spheres than B. That I will show you. Carefully observe the sphere what I am just mentioning here. Okay. This won't come. Now you observe this kind of arrangement. This is called three-dimensional arrangement. What is this arrangement? Three-dimensional arrangement. So there are two alternative ways in these spheres. The third layer can be arranged over the second layer. So what is the first layer? What is the second layer? What is the third layer? If you observe, over by one layer, another layer you are just placing means that is a three-dimensional arrangement. So what we understand here is when we third layer is placed over the when a third layer is placed over the second layer, then the spheres cover the tetrahedral voids. Spheres cover the tetrahedral voids or A voids. A is now considered as tetrahedral voids. A three-dimensional closure packing is then obtained where the spheres in every third or alternate layers are vertically aligned. So what is that meaning of this one is? After that, what will happen? A three-dimensional close packing is obtained. Close packing is obtained where The spheres. Where the spheres in every third or alternative layers. Are vertically aligned. So a third layer is directly above the first and fourth above the second layer and so on. First one, fourth one. Okay. Above the second layer and so on. So the meaning is nothing but calling the first layer capital A and second layer is capital B. Then what we say this type of arrangement is nothing but AB type of arrangement. So this is A, this is B. So this arrangement is called AB type arrangement. Pattern of hexagonal closed packing is hexagonal symmetry. This type of packing of arrangement is called hexagonal symmetry. This I will show you here. I will take 3 like this. Okay. And after this, I will take I will take only 2 only. Now I will take another 2 like this. Again, we'll repeat that one. That is will come like this. Usually one will come behind this. Okay. So if it looks clumsy, then you can also do one thing. That is in general way, you can also write this. Hope you understand what is hexagonal close packing. In this arrangement, another important point we got to note, that is AB arrangement we saw. Now we will see what is ABC arrangement. When a third layer is placed over the second layer, over the second layer in such a way that spheres covers the octahedral voids. Spheres covers the octahedral voids. Nothing but C. Octahedral void is C here in this picture. So a layer different from layers A and B is produced. A layer different from capital A and capital B is produced. So let the third layer be C. Let it be layer C. Continuing further, a packing is obtained where the spheres of every fourth layer will be vertically aligned to the spheres present in the first layer. So this stacking of stacking spheres is called is called ABC, etc. type pattern, or this is called as CCP, or is also called as cubic close packing. Cubic close packing. Similar to face centered, it is called, or you can also say it is similar to face centered cubic. What is face centered cubic? FCC packing. FCC packing, as it has a cubic symmetry. as it has a cubic symmetry. So AB type of pattern is hexagonal close packing, and ABC type is called as cubic close packing or FCC packing. What is specialty in this one is coordination number will come 12. We'll see the pick. How I will just justify this one, I'll show you. That is, you will be having 6 spheres. So like this. This is assumed as A layer, and B layer you'll be having 3 spheres like this. This is B layer, and C layer will be obtained like this. Okay, this is CCP arrangement. What about HCP? Here I will show you what about HCP. HCP is nothing but, first of all, you have spheres like this, A layer, and B layer will be 3 spheres. You can write like this. Again, third layer will be A layer. A layer. This is called hexagonal close packing. This is cubic close packing. So in both these cases, what is the coordination number? That means in both HCP and CCP methods of stacking, spheres in contact with 6 other spheres, its own layer is there. Okay. So if you want to write the bare layers like this, these are 3 are there, these are 3 are there. If you take this one, it touches 6 spheres above and below and around it. So these are 6, these are 3. Total 12 will come for this one. So I am only talking about this one. Okay, 12. It is directly touches 3 spheres above and 3 spheres below. So this has coordination number is how much? Coordination number is 12 for this one. In this case also, it happens the same. It happens the same. If you write like this, here 3, here 3, here 6 will be touching for this one. So the coordination number will become 12 for this. Okay. So the point is nothing but in this discussion, in hexagonal close packing, what is the space occupied? 74%. Hexagonal close packing, 74% is space occupied. And in that case, we have examples are there. That is magnesium, zinc, molybdenum, vanadium, cadmium, such type of examples. In cubic close packing, we have examples. The examples are copper, silver, gold, nickel, platinum. So I am talking about this green letters. They are examples of the kind of cubic patterns. So 74% is occupied means what is the efficiency is more compared to others one. So 26 is wide, 26% is covered by wide, and 74% is occupied by these spheres. This is a perfect arrangement of crystal lattices. Okay, so we have discussed about closed packing crystals in this session. In this session, we have given you the square closed packing, hexagonal closed packing in 2-dimensional. After that, in 3-dimensional, different kinds of arrangements, and in that we have particularly noticed cubic closed packing, HCP closed packing. Cubic means ABC type of pattern will come. ABC type will come. And in hexagonal, we have AB type of pattern will come for the particles. That's the end of the show. We will see the packing fractions in the next session. Okay. Thank you.